All right, so the last time we talked about we'll say, possible sundown town in Centerville, Ohio, or just extreme racism from what the guy told me. He said, this is the last segregated town in Ohio. But I do happen to know, hey, I can only tell you what I know and what was told to me. And again, I wasn't sticking around to see if that man meant business or not. I'm trying to get a truck back. So I wasn't staying around at the Eskimo Queen to get slaughtered when the sun goes down, because it only takes a couple guys in a pickup truck to make you know that a hard head makes a soft behind. And that's what my dad used to say, a hard head makes a soft behind. But now we're going to talk about when I went to get my puppy. You probably know from the caption, because I've probably taken a picture of her. Her name's Nina. That's my baby. That's my little pit bull puppy, or American bully, or whatever you want to call it. It's my favorite breed of dog, my favorite terrier breed. Well, I scoured the internet for about a month. This was in 2020 when the pandemic was happening. We were all inside. I had just moved into my house. Like, you know what would go good with this loneliness? A dog. I'm not really lonely, but I want something to talk to, and me and her have a good conversation. Well, turns out this place was in a place called Germantown, Ohio. Yep, I'm going to say it again, because I know some stuff is coming in the comments, and bring it on. But hey, this is my experience, and this is what happened, and I'm not going back and forth with you about it. Now, granted, now you guys can't say, hey, it wasn't I didn't do some of the smartest things I could, but I got my dog out of it. But you'll see as we go on. I'm looking at these dogs, and you know, they have pictures on like Craigslist, YouTube, everywhere. I think this was a Craigslist ad. It said pit bull puppies, $600 or something like that. And I wanted a white with blue, or a all white one, because one of my favorite pit bulls in Alabama, she was all white. Her name was White Girl. I wanted me a white girl pit bull puppy. White Girl was mean. That was one of the meanest dogs I have ever encountered. But she liked me over time. Anyway, I digress. Let's get back to the story. I look at the pictures, and the puppies are cute, but you know how you zoom in? I zoomed in, and they were in this little kiddie pool. I said, is that a rebel flag in the kiddie pool? I said, oh yeah, I'm getting one of these dogs. I'm gonna tell you why. Now, the stupid part was even contemplating that in the first place. The smart part was, I've been dealing with pit bulls all of my life. And there's two things I know. White boys can breed a good dog. A damn fine specimen of a dog. And there's a bunch of Mexicans and others too. But the ones with the rebel flags, they look for the best breed lines. I don't know. I've been a dog man a little bit. I know when I see a good dog. This was a good dog. I'm like, damn. Ooh, I don't know, but I know. So I called up and talked to him about putting a deposit down on the dog. Hey, I see your puppies. I like the way they look. Can I come down and put a deposit on one? He said, well, they're only, I think they were 3 weeks old at that time. said, okay, I'll come down next week, pick out the one I want, and then, we'll go from there. He said, okay, gave me the address. So I'm like, ooh, Rebel Flag, Germantown, Ohio. Not the smartest thing I've done, but let's do it. So Germantown is known. Now, all my dating people who are getting ready to get on here and say something, if your mammy ain't never told you about Germantown, what it used to be, you didn't go there. You didn't go to the feed store. It's a very nice town to kind of drive through. But a lot of people in Dayton did not go there. And this is generations of my family that lives in Dayton that have stories. So, yes, Sundown town. Doesn't matter if it is on Wikipedia or not. Sundown town. Suspected, possible. What I can tell you is, if you want to go there and do that, more power to you. Let's get back to the story. I get down there and I walk in the door. There is a Rebel Flag on the back of the couch, and I'm always looking at my surroundings. There is a shotgun beside the couch. I'm like, it seems like me. He arms himself all the time. I'm sure there's guns in different parts of the room. I'm like, okay. He's kind of like me. I have my gun on me as well. Not sure what it would have done, but I had it. It's him and his girl there. We walk into the room. The Rebel Flag has been removed from the kiddie pool, just to let you know. And we pick out a puppy. And he says, oh, now they're like 4 weeks old. He says, hey, I'm going to give her to you tonight. And I'm going to give you the last worming and the shot you have to use. If you can feed her like 6 times, you can go ahead and take her tonight. I said, no, it's not time for her to be taken. She's 4 weeks. She's 4 weeks old, man. She'll be 5 in a couple of days. It's like, I wasn't planning on getting her tonight. I just came down here to put a deposit down. He said, yeah. He said, but the pups are tearing up my girl, so my girl dog. So I'm just gonna have everybody grab them, and they're going home next week. So if you don't want it, okay. And I'm looking at the surroundings, and they were junkies, and I was like, I said, I don't know if I did. I just brought the deposit money. He said, well, there's an ATM up the road here. He said, you go up, make a right, 2 lefts, and then you'll see it. Okay. Said, well, I'm not, you're giving me a lot of responsibility. I am not prepared to buy this dog full price now. So he knocked a couple hundred off. I think it was 6, and I think I got him down to like 375, 400, something like that. So I went to the ATM, I got the money. But when I walked in the house and he saw who I was, there was a long pause from both me and him. So I need to back up a little bit. There was a long pause from both me and him. There was an uneasiness because he didn't know what to expect out of me, and I didn't know what to expect out of him. We were in a awkward situation where we wanted to sell a dog. He wanted to sell a dog, but he didn't necessarily want to deal with me, if you know what I mean. I wasn't too keen on dealing with him when I saw what I saw. So we kind of made a little small talk, kind of went in the room, talked about the dogs, and then eventually dogs win everything over. So next thing I know, we're talking about dogs, He's adding on to his house. We're talking about the add-ons in his house. He's telling me about his last red-nosed pit bull. We're having a good old time. I went to the ATM. I got my Nina. I brought her home. And it was 2 weeks before my birthday. So on my birthday, I had planned to go get her after, but I had to take her with me on this trip to Arkansas. And she slept the whole way, and that dog has been with me every day since 2020. When she was 5.5, 6 weeks old by the time I took her to Arkansas. And there was a storm that was blowing my tent everywhere. My brother came out of his camper to help me stake the poles back down, and the dog slept through the whole trip. She was good through the whole trip. So I have exposed her to many different elements, and she's really good about that. And that's why I got that dog when I saw that rebel flag. I don't give a flip. That's one of the best dogs I have ever had. She is awesome. If you see her and you know me and you've been around my dog, you know Nina is great. And with that, the sun is going down, and I've got to go in here and get some stuff before I head to BJJ. So I hope that everybody has voted, because today is the election day, and I hope everyone gets the result that they want. With that, you know what time it is. Big Unc out.